Hi, Trevor Smith, Design and Education Manager here at Western Nurseries, and I am talking to you about spring flowering natives. So this right here is the Aquilegia canadensis, the native Columbine with this wonderful red flower. There's a lot of different color Columbines, but actually the native straight species is red and yellow, and it is an early food source for migrating hummingbirds as well as long-tongued bees. This is a host plant to the Columbine dusky butterfly and the Columbine borer moth. So this is actually key to put in any native garden because it gives you that early spring color. You welcome the early bees, you welcome the hummingbirds, and you've provided a host plant for some of our native pollinators. It does seed itself about once it gets happy. It may start popping up elsewhere in your garden. To me, that's absolutely no problem. It's actually why I like this plant. The next plant I'd like to move on to is our native Tiarella Cordifolio. This is a wonderful shade ground cover. It's got the white blooms in spring. It is great for our native pollinators of any kind, our native insects, partly due to the early bloom, partly due to the flower shape because it has these nice shallow flowers. It's a great shade ground cover, which is wonderful. If you've just gone through and pulled a whole lot of garlic mustard from a shady part sun area, this is a great ground cover for that because the big leaves will shade out the seeds that may be in the ground to keep them from germinating the next year, and it will spread itself about. Now, my favorite combination with that is to use the native ground phlox, not the moss phlox that you see. This is Phlox Stolonifera. Why I like this is because they bloom at the same time. They are both shade ground covers, so if you're looking to do like a magical woodland garden, I use these all the time in combination with each other because they give you that great ground cover effect that we've been talking about, but you also have white and purple blooms going at the same time in spring, so it's that first initial wow factor. The thing that with spring blooms is that oftentimes they're very small. They're not as showy as those summertime blooms, so when you combine them and plant them in mass, you get that impact that you're looking for. So these three right here are available in the native section at Western Nurseries, and you now have an idea on how you can apply them in your landscape. All of them provide ample food and pollinator value, as well as ground cover value and ornamental value to your landscape.